Hey there, walking you through these tips about how to be able to do something a little different with your Bitmoji character, which is a lot of you have, you share it with your kids or you jazz up and you make your little classroom or you do some winter activities. But check this out. We're going to go the opposite of taking your real person and make it look like a Bitmoji. Now we're going to take your Bitmoji and make it look like you, or do your Bitmoji in real life. Let's check it out. So the first question is why do you want to do this thing? And where would you do it? And how would you share it? So one of the things that we've been doing here at my school is in our morning announcements, we do a little, can you name that teacher's Bitmoji? Name the Bitmoji of the teacher, or name the person, real person. Anyway, you can get the idea of, you can see here, this is what our morning announcements look like. We have the video, the information that's up there, and then we're saying, hey, can you guess what Bitmoji this teacher is? And we put it up one day, and then the following day we provide the answer and give a little something to be able to talk about. But what we decided to do with my staff was I asked them all to say, hey guys, let's play this little game, and can you send me a Bitmoji that looks like you? But then go to the next step. Can now you look like your Bitmoji? And this is how we do it. You got to dress up and take a photo of yourself who looks just like a Bitmoji. I've seen this on the internet a whole bunch, and thought we would try to bring it to my school. And so here's kind of relatively simple to be able to do it. It's just dress up like your Bitmoji, take a picture and pose. That's it. But make a game out of it. Come up with whatever game you want to be able to do with your class. Have your kids help in this process too, or you can do it yourself. Anyway, here's some of the steps that we did. First off, reached out to my staff who'd be interested, had a couple of them respond, and then said, hey, why don't you send me your Bitmoji? So then here's some of what the Bitmojis look like of the teachers who all want to participate in this. Some got a little wacky. They want to jump a shark. Some are just like waving and that kind of stuff. So what the next step had to be was simply, folks, if you can see, is now you got to dress up like your Bitmoji. So if I go over here and say, one of the first things that we did for this teacher, Mrs. Parker right here, she wanted to do a little yoga pose. And so then we got her to dress up like you can see as her character. Then you take the photo and pose it kind of the same way and such. So on day one, we show the kids who is this Bitmoji. Day two, we show them the right answer. So here's kind of the steps on how to be able to do it. First off, you need to get somebody to do it, have them dress up like their Bitmoji and pose. And then we need to try to be able to, I think is the best, is try to be able to extract them out of the background as much as possible. Okay. And so a couple of different ways to do it. But the first one is you want to be able to take a photograph of them on something that is easy to remove from the background. And so if you take a look here, for example, I filmed my staff. I got a green screen set up in my classroom, and so we can just have them go over there. But you could do this on a white background, black background, something that is relatively distinguishable. So green works really, really well for there. So once you take that photo, then you now need to be able to extract the background. Now you could do what I have here. You can go into Photoshop and you can get your Photoshop skills and start getting rid of the background and tweaking all that kind of stuff, which is okay, right? And it's the industry standard. Or you can just go super simple, which is this. Watch here, check this out. So now I can just if I'm just going to go and get my picture here, do a little screenshot. Now I got that there, and go to this really cool website. Check it out right here. It's called remove.bg. You just get your picture that you want, you copy it. Now you do copy's best friend, paste, and it does the little magic for you and gets rid of it. Then from there, all I got to do is watch this out. Now I go to copy, go back over to where I was before, my Bitmoji classroom, and here's Mrs. Parker, and then I can just now paste, and you can see here I have this. Let me get rid of that there. Now I have that object just sitting right there. And the transparency is the neat part. That allows me to put this on any background. You can see if I change the background color of this, of the slide that I'm on, to a different color. And that's what that transparency allows. It still lets you to be able to see through that thing. And so then I just played, you can see on this particular one, let me get rid of that. On this one, we played with the drop shadow and try to be able to have that match the yoga pose. So that's it. Really simple. You could do very, very simple ones like here. Why don't you just have a teacher wear the same color shirt, lean over. That's it. Right. But now you can get kind of creative. Like, what if you want to be able to take your volleyball coach and he wants to actually be hitting the volleyball, have him jump, and then you got to be able to try to get the volleyball in there. Gets a little creative. I got some tips to show you, but check out some of these things. Rock your coffee cup. Pretend to do a pull-up, super fun and easy to use. We started getting a little bit more creative like this. What about a teacher here wanted to be able to grab a katana because they like the katana one, or make their own little yes sign to be able to go with it. And then lastly, we wanted to be able to get to, let me show you here now. Let me get this one out of here. All right, so now we have here the idea about, I want to be able to keep the character, the Bitmoji on, add the in real life Bitmoji, but I want to keep all these things. Okay, so let me show you how that is done. What I'm going to do here, watch this, everybody. I'm going to do a new slide. We're going to paste this over here, and I'm going to copy and make it 2 of them, because now I need to be able to get the other one of the teacher and just replace the one on top of the other. But you're going to see a bit of a problem. Check this out. So here is the image that I have of the teacher that we have already cut the background out. And we can see, you know, this is a transparent image, like I said, and I can move and rearrange her. But she is now on top of the other one, and it doesn't flow very well. So how do I get rid of the other Bitmoji? I'm just going to move the real person over here and do this. We could be able to throw this in to remove the background, but it gets a little weird because of all the text. So here's a simple, fun little great tool that a lot of people don't know about, is we can just draw a shape and cover her up. Now, her shape is a little bit odd because I want to get it around all this. So you may want to think, is there a shape like a human body? No. But what there is this thing. Check it out. If you go to the polyline tool, polyline under your line tool, and all this, by the way, can work in PowerPoint. It can work in Keynote and such. And so now polyline allows me, every time I click, just creates an elbow joint. And I can now just basically, I'm going to do a silhouette to try to cover up the existing Bitmoji. And now you can see she's gone and she's covered up by a gray object with a black line. I'm just going to be able to match those colors to the color of the background. So make the line color white, the fill color white. Bam, she's gone. Look at that. Now I can take the in real life teacher and put her over. Oh boy, problem right there. It's just layers. We have the Bitmoji. I have the in real life, and then the white object. So I'm just going to switch those and watch here. I'm just going to right click the in real life person and go to order, bring to font, and bam, there you go. There's your in real life Bitmoji. Done. Super simple, easy to use. You come up with the games that you want and get creative with them. Like here's a creative one that we did. Throw one of the teachers on the best thing since sliced bread. Fun object to do. Here's the next one. We haven't got to it yet. We're going to jump the shark. So what are you going to be able to do? Try to be able to turn yourself, your other staff members into Bitmoji in real life. Have fun.